Good morning from Ngor Beach in Dakar. It is 6:30 a.m. and we're just about to get the bus down to Kokalack, which is in the southern part of the north of Senegal. So hopefully that will all go okay. We're getting a bus to Kokalack and then we're getting a sept at Toubakouta, which is where we're spending tonight. So come join me as I navigate the Senegalese bus system. Yeah, I do enjoy this kind of travel. I do enjoy an overland trip with a destination in sight. So let's go and yeah, see what the day has in store for us. Okay, let's get on the road. Alright, so stage one of the journey is complete. We have made it to the bus terminal. So it was a little bit confusing. I had to buy my tickets on an app, and on the app it said that the buses were departing from a different terminal to the usual terminal. So we had to make sure we went to the right one. The taxi driver also thought it was the other terminal until I showed him my ticket, but that was all fine. We ordered a Yango taxi, which is a taxi hailing app. However, it didn't show up. The taxi driver rang me. My French isn't amazing, especially not on the telephone, but he basically said, "Where are you going?" And I said where we were going, and then he just stopped and didn't move and said he would arrive when he hadn't, so I had to cancel the ride. Managed to get in another taxi. It cost us about 4,000 Central African francs for the short ride, the 15-minute ride, which is not that cheap. It's about $8. But that's kind of what the prices were quoting on the Yango app. They were quoting about 3,800, so yeah, it was about that. Arrived here and we managed to confirm that this was in fact the right place to be, so that's good. So we've got about 40 minutes to wait now until the bus is scheduled to depart, so I think everything's going all right. And on the bus we've got our tickets, we've got our seats, so that should be all good. I do enjoy this. Like, I love a nice hotel and I love a good travel experience, but actually this kind of nitty-gritty of like getting from A to B right across the world style, that's what I really like to do and what I really like to film. So yeah, we will see where the day takes us. So the scheduled departure time of the bus came and went, and I very quickly realised there was only so much walking around the bus station that I could do. We are still waiting, not sure really when this bus is going to come. It's about 15 minutes late so far, and yeah, there's not much indication of what's happening. So we've now been waiting for 3.5 hours. It is, well, it's 10:30, we've been out at 7. The bus was supposed to leave at 8. It broke down apparently, so this is why it's late, but we're not too sure whether it was still broken down and being fixed, or whether it was on the way now, or where it broke down or anything like that. So there's a lot that's still pending, but we have been told 10:30 to 11, so hopefully any time now the bus should arrive, but I'm not holding out that much hope, but fingers crossed it won't be too long. 4 hours late and counting. We've been told 10 more minutes, so fingers crossed. The bus finally arrived. It was 4.5 hours late in total. It wasn't a bad bus. It didn't have AC, but it was quite well ventilated. I had a very uninspiring laughing cow cheese sandwich, and that was pretty much all the food I had. This is what the bus looked like when we got off. It was about a 3.5 hour journey, so the actual drive time wasn't that long, but the wait time was. There were no toilet stops en route as well. We grabbed a taxi to the sept station, and then we set about finding a sept. So these are the converted shared taxis that are very popular in Senegal, and they're called sept because they have 7 seats. And yeah, you just find one that's going to your destination, and they leave when they're full. So you have to sort of ask around a bit to find the right car that is actually going to your destination, and then it could be an hour or more wait for the car to fill up. Alright, so we've arrived at Kokalack, and now we're getting a sept, which is another type of Senegalese transport to Toubakouta. So we had to get a taxi from the bus station to the sept station because they're in different places, and now we're just bartering down for the price of our baggage in the sept. So we managed to barter from 2,000 to 1,000. And yeah, now we're just pretty much waiting for the sept to fill up, because they only leave when they fill up. So yeah, gonna maybe a while. This is what the inside of the sept looks like, and after about half an hour we were on the way. Good morning, it is the next day. We arrived last night, so I try and retrace my steps a little bit because I didn't film when we got here. I was so tired, and because I'd been out in the sun and traveling and hadn't eaten much and hadn't drunk much water all day, I had well, probably not migraine level, but it was a bad headache, so that wasn't very pleasant. So yeah, what happened, we got on the sept in Kokalack, and it was about an hour and a half. To be honest, I don't think it was much longer than an hour. And then we arrived at Toubakouta. We just had to get out of the sept on the side of the road. This was because it just drove like past the road. I think it was going to the border town of Senegal and Gambia, which we will be going to in a few days. So we got out there and then we walked. It was about a 15-20 minute walk to where we're staying. We already had somewhere booked on booking.com. If you want to, I'll show you around the accommodation in a minute, but if you want to check out that, I'll put the link down in the description below. And yeah, just checked in here. I think we're the only guests here, but it's quite nice. It's sort of little huts around a pool, and there's a bar and a restaurant. So we had some dinner here last night and then just crashed. I was so tired. So we got up at 6 AM and we arrived here at about 7 PM. So it's, well, yeah, it's about a 12-hour travel day in total. And if you look at it on the map, I mean, the driving time was about 4 hours. But obviously all the waiting around, the changing from the bus to the sept and just all the little extras just ended up taking so much time. So yeah, I was pretty knackered. I'm still feeling quite knackered. Did manage to sleep well last night. It was very warm at one point, but yeah, it's a pretty chaotic travel day, and I think this is a lot of what the overland, sorry about the dog barking, I think this is what a lot of the overland travel in West Africa is like. So I did kind of know what to expect, but yeah, it was tiring. So I definitely recommend never trying to travel too long distances in one day. But yeah, we're here now and I'm excited to spend today on the Saloum Delta, which is where we are right now in Toubakouta, and then tomorrow our journey is a lot shorter. It's like 20 minutes and we're going to a wildlife reserve, so that will be fun. Actually, I think I will show you around in my next video, which is going to be about the Saloum Delta and Toubakouta, which is where I am now. So stay tuned for that video, and I hope this one has been interesting. Hope it's been a good look into what the overground public transport is like here in Senegal, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you, bye.